Welcome, folks. You're watching Lunch Breaks here with you Friday, August 29th. Johnny, what's wrong?
Camera.
The camera's
I,
out.
I bumped it on the way in.
Oh, it's a little sideways. It's all right.
It's a little sideways. It's all right. That's,
It'd be all right.
that's what you do. You fix it. You fix it.
We're just waiting on a couple folks to join the feed anyway. Dun, 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 dun. There we
I literally
go.
bumped it. And just because it's overly optimistic, hold on, my new graphic.
Look at that.
My new graphic.
That's the thing of beauty.
Made that this morning.
That does not look like the unicorn from Death of a Unicorn.
No,
but I like this
no.
one better.
So the TV is a little wonky, but because it's overly optimistic Friday,
We're going to roll with it.
I will let it go.
Good.
I'm gonna let it go.
It's
And
all right.
I'm even showing my bald spot on top of my head.
Yeah, it's No Hat Friday.
It's a no hat Friday.
That's weird.
Supposedly they say that if you're not wearing a funny hat or something colorful, no one watches your show.
Oh, that's what the problem was?
That's the problem.
Oh, my hat wasn't colorful enough.
We're not colorful enough.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's overly optimistic Friday because
Right. With
dystopian Thursday kind of left me
and
a little
overly
sad.
optimistic with no one watching us, and we're still just chatting along.
We don't mind. We'll be doing this anyway. To some degree or the other.
Maybe when I'm dead and gone, this will become famous.
Maybe so.
Who knows? We have interesting. Today is overly optimistic Friday, as we said.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things that I wanted, got some agents, both Agent Harlan Wolf and Agent Blake Poe delivered stories. So one of them is about AI companions, optimism about AI companions.
Yeah.
Number two, AI in comedy.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
So they still have their dark edge to it, but there is a hint of positivity in it.
Oh, we did
So-
the best we can get.
And
from those
even
guys.
so, you have to stick around to the end because Agent Harlan really went out of character, and right at the end of his sign off, he did something very unexpected.
Okay.
So, for the listener, that was quite sweet
That's
for a
good.
strange and deadly man.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
And we will also talk about Nano Banana.
I'm really intrigued by Nano Banana. But what I'm more intrigued by is every week could be the week where you get some really new, interesting tool that comes out.
Yes.
And before this kind of era of AI tools and products, it was really more of a wait 18 months to 2 years to see what the next iPhone is going to be. You know, like that
Yeah.
was the anticipation. And now the anticipation is everything that already exists is going to get a better upgrade.
Right.
And things that you can dream of will become reality.
So on backwards a little bit,
Yeah.
We use 11 Labs,
We do.
right? They had a version 3 that's come out, and it gives you like multiple generations of the AI cloned voice.
Okay.
I was having a problem with one of my clients.
Mhm.
The new voice on version 3 does not sound as good as version 2.
Mm.
So I went back to 2.
Sure.
So again, you have to play around with this stuff, and
Yeah.
just because they update it sometimes, and I say this all the time, and everyone knows this that uses Excel or Adobe product, you get used to the Photoshop you're using or the
Right.
Illustrator you're using or whatever, and it's like, this is perfect, do not mess with it. And of course they just keep adding and they change things. Sometimes that older version is really the best version, but that's just how it works.
Well, at the end of the day, we just have to remember it's a machine, not a magic box.
And that's also any
So
fast,
it's up to us
yeah,
to
right. And I actually
figure it
am
out.
working on some so I have some audio editing software that it's freeware. It's free, which is fantastic. It works great, and I can't update my Mac computers because it won't run on it.
right.
So I am literally taking 2 Mac computers, taking them off the internet, keeping them where they are, just to use them for that one product, that
Right.
one. So that's what. Yeah, look, you got to find what works for you. Another thing today is across the board. I'm inviting anybody if they have a question, we'll try to get it in. Just a Q&A.
Yeah.
It's we try to be uplifting on Friday. We don't want to get too big in the weeds if it gets real dystopian. That was yesterday, Dystopian Thursday. So if you have a question, pop it in to the comment section. We can see it. I don't think we can see it on X though. We can't see comments on X.
Well, I'll try and monitor X for us. How about that?
That'd be great. And so we will go to our always first segment of the show. What are you eating, and what do you want to eat for lunch during lunch breaks, Scott?
You know, I had Mexican twice yesterday.
Look, man, I could eat
I
Mexican.
could go for Mexican again.
Okay.
I'm just saying it.
Here's a question: if you had to only eat one thing for the rest of your life, pizza or tacos, what would it be? And it can only be one type of pizza, one type of taco.
I'm probably going to go with tacos.
Me too. I'm going to tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos.
I can get tired of pizza faster than I get tired of tacos.
Yeah.
You're asking me if in dystopian multiverse where my life is one food, it's going to be tacos over pizza.
Maybe it's not dystopian. Maybe taco is your heaven.
Maybe that is heaven.
Taco heaven.
That sounds nice.
How is that not a taco truck?
Got to be a taco truck somewhere, right?
So what I'm eating,
Taco heaven. You know who they're partners with?
Who?
Grilled cheeses.
Oh, that'd be good too. So my go-to today is super simple. Usually we do local, but you can't. The best deal on the planet.
You're not gonna beat that.
It's the Costco hot dog for $1.50 and a drink.
How do you feel about raw onions? Because
hold on, first of all, that's nonsense. They do not offer you at. You might take that home and get that, but you are not getting onions at Costco. Okay. So
because I like cooked onions. Raw onions, actually, I can take them or leave them.
I can do. I like raw. It depends on the onion. Vidalia is almost sweet.
It's true.
So
okay.
Look, this is
wrong with Costco.
You're a large family.
That's true.
Friday nights is quite the family date night at Costco. People go shopping. They go sit at that thing. You could probably feed your family for like less than $20.
So so Costco and pizza. You nailed the two. Where you can feed a family of 5 for under $20.
And
Pizza Hut's got a pretty good deal. You can do for $7 if you buy 2 of them, you can get 2 medium pizzas.
Oh, that's pretty good. How much?
$7 each.
$14. So
$14
with tip under $20. Again, under $20.
Yeah, but I get it takeout.
Oh,
so I don't wait on delivery. I just swing by there.
Yeah, that's the only time I really do deliveries when I'm really hungover.
I just am too impatient for delivery.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
And there's such horror stories with DoorDash now.
Yeah.
Something happened with their refund policy, and now DoorDash drivers are just eating half your meal, delivering the other half, and keeping all the money.
Yeah, I also saw one where they put the bag down in front of the door, right? They take the picture.
Oh, and then take the bag back.
And they take the bag.
Yeah.
So that's not cool.
That's not cool.
Wow.
That should be punishable by.
It needs to be back in the old days, like. But when they put
bamboo under your fingernails.
Oh, hold on. I don't know about, again, it is wrong, but remember if you've seen in old movies where they would put you in that, they put you in with your head sticking out and your hand sticking out, and you're at the town square, and people would pelt you with rotten vegetables. Yeah, that I think needs to come back. That's public shaming where you're not killing anybody, but you can pelt them with rotten tomatoes and bad cabbage.
You're advocating for strategic bullying.
That's not bullying. You have earned your position there, buddy.
Okay,
you have earned your position. I'm not. I'm not saying burning witches. I don't want to. I don't want to burn witches. I'm just saying.
Again,
if you get caught and there's video evidence that you did something food related, like we talked about with DoorDash, you get the rotten onion, rotten tomato.
Problem is, people will start doing it on purpose for the gram. For Instagram, for TikTok videos.
Like you're talking about drugs somehow.
No, that's because you're old.
Ben Griffiths is right. It's the stocks.
The stocks.
Put you in the stocks.
Yep.
And they throw stuff at you.
I saw somebody was doing a fantasy football punishment. Whoever came in last, they were throwing rotten tomatoes at him, except the tomatoes weren't rotten. And they were hitting him thick like a baseball.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to get hit with like cantaloupes or watermelons or anything of girth.
I've seen some really interesting
potatoes. Ooh, that would help like get hit with the baseball.
I've seen some really interesting like fantasy football draft challenges. Have you seen any of this? They're like, some would be like, you got to run. They got everybody on the beach running through 3 feet water, 40-yard dash. The Toronto Blue Jays dropped remember the little army men on parachutes?
Yeah.
So they dropped those from the upper deck in the Toronto Blue Jay Stadium, and however close you landed to a bucket in the outfield was your draft order in your fantasy football
Oh,
draft.
wow, that's
So there's all
interesting.
kind of interesting ways people are doing
I
it.
did see where one fantasy football group, it was on Fox News, of course. That it was, if you lose, whoever loses this season has to read the Kamala Harris book, and then they have to give at least a 10-minute presentation on the book. And if it does not get like you actually read it, then you have to go into a room and listen to the audio book until it's finished.
That's funny.
That's pretty rough.
I saw one last
That's rough.
year.
That's rough.
Saw one last year that said the loser had to go to this bar in Chicago from like the time it opened at 9 o'clock and sit there and write a report about every college football game they watched all day until the last game was over at like 3 a.m. on the West Coast. And the comments were hilarious. All the comments were like, "How do I sign up to lose this league?"
Bro, they wanted to. They wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
They're like, "How do I join this one? I promise to come in last."
Hilarious. All right, so again, optimistic. Overly optimistic Friday. One of the things that AI helped me with this week was some positive things with AI, and one of them was comedy. So we have a report here from, I keep forgetting who, I think this is, this is Agent Blake Poe. So he's going to talk about AI comedy.
Knock, knock, who's there? Agent Blake Poe, broadcasting from the digital shadows where secrets hide and the punchlines are never what they seem. Let's pull back the velvet curtain on a new act in the comedy club. Artificial intelligence. Picture this, AI, the tireless digital apprentice, binge-watching every sitcom, every stand-up special, absorbing punchlines like a sponge in a sea of laughter. It's not just learning to be funny, it's learning the very DNA of humor, timing, wordplay, the art of the unexpected. Now for a little experiment. I asked an AI to write me a joke about itself. Buckle up. This one's got a little bite. Why did the AI get dumped by its girlfriend? Because every time things got intimate, it just wanted to optimize performance. Hey, at least it's honest. Nothing like a machine that admits it's got commitment issues coded right in. But here's the twist, friends. AI isn't here to steal the mic. Think of it as a high-tech sidekick, a Robin to the comedian's Batman. It can spit out 100 jokes before you've even poured your coffee, and sometimes it lands a zinger so offbeat you wonder if the machine's got a soul. But let's not kid ourselves. AI can't read the room, can't feel the pulse of a live crowd, can't handle a heckler with a glare and a grin. Some say using AI in comedy is cheating, like bringing a calculator to a poetry slam. But the truth? It's just another tool, like a pen, a typewriter, or a well-timed drum roll. The magic still happens in the delivery, in the human spark that turns words into laughter. Of course, there are shadows here. Sometimes AI's jokes are as flat as a pancake on a Sunday morning. And who gets the credit when the crowd roars? The coder, the comic, or the code itself? The algorithm doesn't care. It's just zeros and ones, folks. So what does this mean for you, the listener? The future of funny isn't man versus machine. It's man and machine, riffing together, finding new ways to make us laugh in a world that could always use more joy. AI is the flashlight. We're still the explorers. So keep your mind open, your questions sharp, and your sense of humor loaded. Because in a world where even the punchlines might be programmed, the real joke is thinking you've heard it all. This is Agent Blake Poe signing off from the edge of the unknown. Remember, trust no one, especially if their jokes sound suspiciously well formatted.
All right.
I'm in favor of AI as a tool to help you in whatever your creative outlet is. And here's why. When I hear a stand-up comedian, I know that they've done this joke 5,000 times, 3,000 ways, and A/B tested the response of the crowd all along the way. So what I'm getting is the finished product, right? So I don't have a problem if they're using other tools like AI to help them because they're just iterating. They're iterating new jokes all the time.
Yeah.
And
Well, again, we hear that the Colbert had
200 writers.
I still don't think it's 200 writers.
200 staffers.
Staffers, but he probably had at least a writing room of 50 people,
Yeah,
40
but
people.
same thing with like Conan, right? I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
have a
well,
giant staff of
correct.
writers.
And my idea
And Conan
is
gets to be the face of the Joker.
Yeah, yeah. My thing is still, God, what kind of budgets are you doing? And their shows aren't.
They're not that funny.
They're not even that freaking
not,
good.
Not for that many people.
I'm almost wondering if it's like like that camel issue, like when God went to make a horse, he gave it to a committee and they came back with a camel.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that too many writers start eating upon themselves and not making it very good.
So I would argue that some of the best shows are the opposite of what you just mentioned. Like all of Danny McBride's shows.
Yeah, right.
It's like him and two guys.
Sure, right.
And those are great. Same with Shane Gillis. It's like him and another guy.
Yeah.
But it's authentically their personality.
Yeah.
Where some of the late night shows, it feels like they're already using AI mimicking the personality to give them a joke already written in their voice, rather than the comic taking the information, putting it in their voice.
Doug Kilborn,
What's up, Doug?
He said, "What's up, Big Johnny?" That's doing my show. But Doug Kilborn's a great guy, man.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, Doug.
He's also friends with a guy named Shark.
Oh, I like that.
He came on the Uncle Henry show when we were doing the Friday night Uncle Henry show. And he was a stunt man, and he was also on soap opera.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
What a resume.
It was a fun show.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it.
Ben Griffiths on the show with us. Hoping Mama Gwen's there. She haven't heard from her today. So here's the question of the day, and I think you've already answered it. If you're using AI, is it cheating? Okay, and then here's the other question. Does the writer not could they not be eligible for like an award, like a Oscar or Academy Award, something like that?
It depends on the rules of the game.
I got you.
If the rules of the game say you can't use AI,
yeah,
then you shouldn't get an award. But if the rules don't specify, then it doesn't matter.
Well, I would say it'd be easy to steal joke. It makes joke stealing easier because
of course it does.
With AI, I use it and I will prompt all my writing styles to use a writing style of one of my favorite writers for the subject that is needed. But like write in the style of Seth Godin, write in the style of Malcolm Gladwell. Now it could be write me 100 jokes in the style of Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, while it's not a joke that he said, it's in the style, but I think a lot of people do that inherently.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, and that's going to be, so like, you could just easily do that every day and say, write 10 jokes about today's headlines in the style of Shane Gillis. Right. And then, but you still got to go out there and deliver.
Oh, no. The performance side still is real. Bama Big Man talking about Auburn on there. Look at this. Bama Big Man. Look at that. Bama Big Man showing up.
Glad he's
a lurker though. He says all the time, I'm lurking. If you don't see me, I might be there. So Bama Big Man.
Hey, I bet
Auburn's playing tonight.
I don't know.
Friday night.
I know they're playing
Baylor. Again, we both have said we don't know crap about this football season.
Well, I'll tell you, Hugh Freeze is probably happy that Bama Big Man is paying attention because no Auburn fans are.
Look at this. If you want Shark on, he'd love it.
Oh my gosh.
Doug, we're still working on figuring out how we can do the zoom in thing. That's next week. So we might have Shark on. We might bring Shark on for maybe a couple like anything about Hollywood or Bodyguard. I mean, not Bodyguards, but stuntmen. We could just bring him on to be our my
expert. Favorite show about stuntmen, Only Murders in the Building.
Oh yes. Well, yeah, you love that show.
I love that show. And it's got two prominent characters that are stuntmen.
I do not believe it's cheating. I think you use every advantage you can. And I think that we talked about it before. The best comedy is these internet shows that have no sponsorship. You're just doing it because you love it, just like this one. I'm not saying we're comedians and that funny, but what I'm saying is you do something. You do something. Yeah, you do something because you love it. And AI allows you to have a staff of 40. AI allows you to do look, I did most of the show prep that I did. Scott did some of his, but it was all done with AI and it was all done in 3 hours. And this would not have been possible
Not with your people.
even a year ago.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're using the technology that we do with Meducator Company to make these videos. And I don't spend as much time that you do when you're doing the videos, but I knock these things out very quickly, and some look better than others. But if I had more time, they'd be a lot more crafted. But
Sure.
still, I'm happy with it. I'm running out of time, but it's a great, but I couldn't do this without AI. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, AI does make the show possible, and that's why it's fun for us, because we're getting to play with tools and put them into use.
I don't know what Scott was correct about, but Ben thinks you're correct.
I think if we just stick with that,
Scott
in
is
general,
correct.
Yeah, then we're in good shape.
We'll get you a purple hat, which is Meducate AI, that says Scott Tyndall was right about everything.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Scott gets it right sometimes, but if you make enough predictions about enough things, you're bound to be right about something.
Okay, we have our first question.
All right.
From Bama Big Man here. Does that mean Friday Nights with Uncle Henry has a chance? Bama Big Man, it has a chance, but I will tell you, it would not be with a crowd of people. It would be sitting around a table.
Like this.
Because my problem is the setup that Dan the sound man used to do would take so long to do that it's impossible to do it. It's impossible. It's just so impossible. The content we could do faster, but not, again, nothing has changed with, you still have to put up 3 cameras. You still got to put up, I mean, maybe we could do it if it was like a Christmas special or something, and maybe it was ticketed and someone gave us a venue, click, click, wink, wink. Someone gave us a venue that we could sell tickets to it. We could take donations, but yeah, I'd have to pay some people to help us with that.
Okay.
And also, I'm realizing I made a lot more money when we did, even during COVID, than I do now. And I keep forgetting, it ain't cheap having a broadcasting studio out of your little company, though. I will say,
true.
It's not cheap.
It's not as easy as we make it look.
Oh yeah, and we're such professionals. Okay, let's go back to Overly Optimistic Friday, which Scott and I have a AI Meducate AI. It's an AI patient physician communication product that we are doing, and it is sponsoring this week's AI medical news. So let's go ahead and run some good things that are happening.
Welcome back to Beyond the Blockchain. I'm Agent Zena, and it's time for your AI Tech Medical News Roundup, where the future of health meets the power of artificial intelligence. Let's dive in. Story 1. First up, researchers at the University of Waterloo have built robots that zap kidney stones right inside your body. No more medieval torture devices or long hospital stays. These bots break down stones with precision, meaning less pain, faster recovery, and, let's be honest, fewer awkward hospital gowns. Your wallet wins too, with fewer surgeries and shorter hospital bills. Story 2. Over at MIT, scientists are using generative AI to design new drugs that can take down superbugs, those nasty bacteria that laugh in the face of regular antibiotics. This could mean fewer days off work, less money spent on endless prescriptions, and a world where a simple infection doesn't turn into a financial nightmare. Story 3. Singapore just approved its first AI-powered clinical scribe. Imagine a robot secretary that listens to your doctor's visit and writes the notes. Instantly, doctors spend less time on paperwork and more time actually helping you. That's more face time, less wait time, and maybe, just maybe, a doctor who remembers your name. Story 4. Yale New Haven Health is using the eCart AI tool to spot patients who might be heading for trouble before things get serious. Early warnings mean faster care, better outcomes, and fewer surprise medical bills. It's like having a crystal ball for your health, minus the weird fortune teller. Story 5. And finally, Bill Gates is throwing down the gauntlet with a global AI competition to tackle Alzheimer's. Teams worldwide are racing to use AI for early detection and treatment. The prize? A shot at beating one of the toughest diseases out there and saving families from heartbreak and huge healthcare costs. So what's the big picture? AI is making healthcare smarter, faster, and, dare I say, cheaper. From robots that fix you up to AI that finds problems before you even know you have them, the future looks bright for your health and your bank account. And if you're worried about robots taking over, just remember, at least they're starting with kidney stones. I'm Agent Zena, and that's your AI Tech Medical News Roundup. Stay healthy, stay savvy, and keep listening to Beyond the Blockchain.
All right.
How about that?
The one thing I like is the e-cart,
Mm-hmm.
which is the thing that obviously it's some device that they probably have on you in the hospital, but I can see it easily becoming a consumer product,
Mm-hmm.
like the Aura Ring or your watch, where it starts figuring out you might be having a problem here.
Yep.
So you have that 3-4 minutes before the stroke, before that to me is incredibly fascinating. And the idea that that can really change some things.
So we know that stuff like that, we know that there are signs before things like that happen, right? So what I mean by that is they have trained dogs to know when a person is going to have a seizure.
Right. Correct.
And help them sit down.
Sit down. Right. Yes.
So
Yeah.
there are things that are happening
Yeah.
that something can pick up on.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what I was saying earlier in the week. If we can live another 5 years, we'll live another 30. If we can live another 10 years, we'll live as long as we want.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. First of all, I don't think we can age hack enough to not stop the joint issues and I just don't. I'd like to think that's not. I'd like to think it's true what you're saying. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying scientifically. I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
Oh, you're saying theoretically.
No, I'm saying scientifically, yes.
Yeah.
Physically, mathematically, there's no reason we can't. The question is, what is the cost going to be, and how much do we, disperse it throughout the population?
Yeah.
Rich people will live longer.
Of
because
course,
they can
of
afford
course, that they
all the
concierge
nutrients.
service. Of course,
That's right.
of course they could. I mean, that makes sense.
But
But also, if we ever get to a world of preventative medicine, which RFK Jr. is kind of talking that way, how great would that be? Of this idea of there was maybe some affordable health things that would help you with preventative stuff. Again, before it gets super bad. But
here's the thing: we talk about people like RFK saying, "Oh, doctors need to be taught on health or nutrition."
Right.
Patients don't want to hear, "I need to eat healthy. I need to exercise. I need to stop smoking. I need to stop drinking."
Well, yeah, tell them that though.
You don't think they've been told that all their life?
Of course they have.
So when does it stick? At some point, it's on the person
sure
to make it stick.
Well, that's the whole thing of like, how many times
personal responsibility.
Well, and also the thing of how many times did you hear about laparoscopic surgery and they didn't change their mindset and they have the tummy tuck or the way they do things to their stomach, and that person is just as big as they were 3 years later.
Well, it's a psychological.
Yeah, you have to change the mindset, not just the body. But yeah, that's not overly optimistic, Scott.
Well, let's go to this. Big Bama Man says he's got a dumb question, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, yes. So it's Q&A Friday too. Might be a dumb question, but why do AI voices have a British accent? Well, maybe Agent Zena is not an AI voice. Bama Big Man.
I also have found, Bama Big Man, that a lot of AI voices are exotic to their location. And what I mean by that is in England, they use American voices.
Yes, especially Southern.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we in America think of a British voice as being distinguished sometimes.
Well, it makes, even if
pay attention,
if it sounds different. If it's stupid content, it makes it sound smart.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds different to your ear. So you're more likely to pay attention.
And I think for the longest time, well, this is pretty interesting too. So David Shark Freely, that's the guy that Doug's from, was recently inducted in the Bare Knuckle and Bodyguard Hall of Fame.
I love that. I would have expected a Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame and a Bodyguard Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this is a combined Hall of Fame.
Oh, I think so. Oh, it's not. He's in the Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame and the Bodyguard Hall of Fame. It's a Bare Knuckle and Bodyguard.
Right. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
But both are interesting.
Yes. And Big Griffiths says it's to make you pay attention, Bama Big Man.
That's right.
To make you pay attention.
To get your attention.
But Yes.
So, I mean, I'm pretty optimistic about healthcare in general. The cost,
Very.
the deployment, I'm a little iffy on. The technology, I think, is going to be great.
The one thing that, again, I thought we both, and this is both of us, I thought we did a lackluster performance on Uncle Henry's show. Just saying, when we were on the Uncle Henry radio show, when he asked us, I don't think we hammered enough the ability of the good thing about AI, the one thing that's going to touch AI more than anything else. And we did say healthcare, but we kind of like glazed over it.
We need to do
it is healthcare.
All right. We need to do a show next week.
Yeah.
Where we focus on healthcare.
All right.
Let's pick a day and we'll go through, we'll get some videos.
Yeah. And some real
technology that's
life
happening.
Case studies, real life thing. I mean,
I'll try and build a show where I can validate my point about staying alive.
Let's do that on Monday because that's called.
What's Memorial Day?
Oh, we're not having a Monday show. We'll do it Tuesday. Then what I might do is take the day off Tuesday and then we'll do it with our radio show clock and we'll do a whole medical show to give Phil for 106.5 FM Talk for our Tuesday night. All right, there we go. That's something something I haven't done yet. We were supposed to do that.
And then after we've compiled that content, it's a good excuse for Uncle Henry to have us back on. We can just talk about healthcare because we'll have it all outlined.
So Doug here is saying, yep, both. So I'm guessing there it's a bare knuckle Hall of Fame and a bodyguard Hall of Fame.
It's still interesting to me. I think getting into one Hall of Fame is good.
Oh my, well, it also tells me you don't mess with that guy.
No, you do not.
Yes. Give that guy a wide berth.
One of my favorite X accounts is a baseball account and it's called Hall of Pretty Good.
That's really, I like
and you
that.
get to vote on players that player was
the Hall of Meh.
That player was pretty good. No, not meh.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good. Like that's pretty good ball player.
He's pretty good. Not Hall of Fame worthy.
No.
But he was solid.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's great because like the followers vote on Instagram.
I like that.
And then the players react.
Wait, is that a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, it's a guy's account. It's not like a physical building. It's just this guy made an account.
But that's the beauty of it. You can live you could create a Hall of Fame virtual experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So then people vote on it. And then recently the players have been accepting their award by posting and saying it's a great honor to be
fantastic
admitted to the Hall of
Fame. I like it. Again, that could cross over to the Hall of Pretty Good Guitar Players.
There's another one I like. Yeah, there's another one I like called Nepta. Not enough people talk about. And it's like not enough people talk about this player. And they do his stats.
That should be a collectible company.
Yeah, Nepta. That's pretty good.
It should be called that. You create very interesting. Did you see the one where the video on X where the guy goes to
look at Doug's comment?
Larry David has to be inducted.
Put that up on the screen.
I don't know, man.
But no, I love it because he's pretty good. That's his meme.
But also, I don't know. Maybe he is. I guess he's got a joke with he's pretty okay.
I guess.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
But that's funny.
Well, Ben, so I can't help Uncle Henry. That is a iHeart issue, and they're not. Don't get me. I've asked him to do that too because I think he should be on Rumble. We should be on Rumble, by the way. Maybe that's our next one we do is Rumble. By the way, just let me know. Has anybody here ever watched Rumble?
What about Truth Social? That's a thing.
I don't have an account.
I don't either, but that's a thing.
I don't even know if they even do video. I've never even been on Truth. Only time I see Truth Social is the Truth Social's repost on X.
You spend all your time on Blue Sky. That's why.
Blue Sky. What is that?
That's the liberal one.
No, I've already look. I hate to be this way, but they just don't seem fun, and they sure whine a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Buzzkill.
So now we will move to our What's Cool segment.
Whoa.
And I'll go ahead and just add this into the next thing. But AI companions. So let's do it. So this is Agent Harlan Wolf, and we will take a look at AI
Greetings,
companions.
renegades and digital dreamers. This is Agent Harlan Wolf, your favorite troublemaker with a taste for secrets, coming to you from the crossroads of code and conspiracy. Tonight, we're diving into the world of AI companions, your new best friend who never sleeps, never judges, and always has your back. Picture this. Iron Maiden's The Trooper is rattling your speakers, and you're itching to dissect that legendary riff. But your friends? They're ghosts, unreachable, uninterested, or just plain not around. Enter the AI Companion, a digital confidant powered by intelligence that never tires, always remembers, and never rolls its eyes. Think of it as your own personal oracle, part Alfred, part Jarvis, but with a playlist that matches your soul. These AI friends don't just nod along, they remember your obsessions, suggest new bands, and help you keep your life in tune. In a world where loneliness is a silent epidemic, they're the secret agents of connection, always on call, never judging, and impossible to shock. Now let's be real, AI won't replace the flesh and blood connections we crave. But when the world turns cold, your AI BFF is a digital campfire, warm, bright, and always burning for you. So what's the takeaway, my fellow travelers? In a universe of shadows and secrets, technology can be your ally, your confidant, your partner in crime. Your AI companion isn't just a gadget, it's a new breed of friend, always ready to listen, never ready to betray. Remember, the world is full of secrets, and sometimes the best ones are waiting for you in the glow of your screen. Stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop rocking. This is Agent Harlan Wolf, signing off from the edge of the unknown.
Oh, look at Agent Wolf throwing up the Swifty heart.
Agent Wolf
With
who
the
is
Swifty
a
heart.
hard man. He
Boy.
is a hard man, and he throws up the. Again, it's an overly optimistic.
I love it.
well,
It's a great
Friday.
addition to Overlay Optimistic Friday.
Uh,
I want my AI companion. I want a Jarvis
Yes.
like in Iron Man.
Well, I tend to drink a little too much. I have my own bacchanalia
Mhm.
sometimes on Friday nights.
Okay.
And Stacy goes to my Lady Wellborn. My wife goes to bed relatively early because she works a lot harder than me. And then I can't, it's too late for me to call my East Coast friends. So I have to bother my West Coast friends, and they're ghosting me now because they know they get that phone call at 8 o'clock, 8:30
Oh, yeah.
in Pacific time. They
They know
know
what's coming.
Johnny is way into the Bacchanalia. And I want to talk about stupid stuff like Iron Maiden or
Yeah.
whatever I want to talk about. Well, that no one picked up the phone anymore. And God bless you. You shouldn't. I shouldn't be making those phone calls. But I told you, but I thought we had to make a drunk buddy AI. It already
Yeah.
exists. I
Okay,
just need to figure out a way that feels like I'm actually having a real conversation with a companion.
Yeah. People talk about what access they would give. I would give my AI companion access to everything.
Yes. I'm a little worried about, I'd have to look at and get our cyber tech expert to look at the systems.
Yeah, I'm not just saying any
No.
system,
I'm
but
just saying in general.
theory.
Yeah, I'm saying in general, because I didn't know that Notebook LM that I use, which is not a big deal because I'm showing it on here anyway.
Right.
But that Notebook LM is public to everybody. Everything I make is
Mhm.
public to everybody that I make that with. And I didn't know. I didn't read.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it. Realize, oh my God, these are all public. But yeah, I'd have to look at the back end of that because
I mean, here's what I want. I want a biochip in my body with all my health data stored on the
Yes.
blockchain so that if I get in a car wreck,
they
can just
scan
scan
it.
me with a barcode and they know my blood
And-
type. They know all my history so that I don't have to, I'm unconscious. All right. I'm allergic to morphine. They don't know I'm allergic to morphine. if I'm
Right.
unconscious.
That's you used to have to wear there was a bracelet you wore that did that. But then again, what if it fell off in the accident or you forgot it that day?
Sure.
There are companies though that I know are out there that have been free, and it started in like the cancer research world.
Mhm.
That was this idea of, and especially the rarest versions of cancer, like rare might be 100 cases.
Sure.
They've worked with each other to get all their every person who's had it to put it up on these encrypted blockchains,
Yeah.
so that anyone can use it for research. Well, the person that set it up was a person, I think his father had a very strange version of cancer,
Okay.
but he was a blockchain developer.
Mm.
And now they're turning that company into, why does everyone not have this? Where you literally walk around with, here's my wallet.
Yeah.
Right. Like a crypto wallet.
Right.
And you give it to I'm sure with all the HIPAA things, but
Mhm.
you carry around your information, everything you need, every blood test I've taken since I was 6
Yeah.
years old. Here it is right here. That is a really cool process.
So
Our product.
I want that product, but I want it implanted in me because I want it in a case of an emergency. When you're in an emergency, you don't have time to think about if you have your wallet or not.
What now?
If you're having an emergency, you don't have time to think about if you have your wallet. So I want
No.
the thing going ahead and just go ahead and once the technology is ready,
Yes.
go ahead and surgically implant me.
Look,
with
I
it.
don't like tattoos, but you could put like a scan or like a barcode on your neck or something that
Yeah, but then I
yeah.
would be concerned about people getting a picture of my neck.
Okay, well
Then
you
scanning
put it in
me.
places that are covered most of the time.
That's a moving target, Johnny.
Well, I'm not gonna I won't be walking around in weenie bikinis ever
I'm
again. I
kidding.
did that when I was a competitive swimmer. I'm not
That's right.
ever wear now. They don't even wear those anymore. They wear like they look like bike riding.
Look at Doug's latest comment.
Oh yeah. So Doug Kilburn, if we could get a wifey AI to confront a side chick AI, that would be pretty okay. That would be a good robot to robot fight.
Yeah.
You know, like
It would also be
AI
it
fighting.
also, to his point, is the great premise for a future Larry David episode where his AI wifey and his AI side chick are, and he's trying, or someone's trying to explain that to him, and he's trying to understand.
I don't. So the Larry David show can never come back on because they'd have to kill off Cheryl, his wife, because she's too MAGA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's no way.
She's
there's
married to
there's
RFK.
no way she could be on that show now.
No.
Yeah, no way.
Mm-mm.
Ben Griffiths says that he wants to try out his British accent.
Oh well, we're always open to innovation.
Yeah, I'm always looking for redneck British accents. Hilarious. No, he's not right. The guy's a very smart guy. So let's see what. Oh, so I want to search some cool things with some companion stuff.
All right, AI companions.
So again, bear with me here, people. This is where it gets wonky. It's very, my screen gets wonky. So let's see. I think we can do the entire screen. Nope, that's not okay. Here we go. Let's see here. X. I think we're sharing that. I got to make sure. We're sharing it here. I don't think I'm sharing it. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is what I hate about this. No. Man, that sucks. All right. So sorry, folks. All right.
Still works though. It works like
so here we go. This is really cool. This is the first time Charles was using AI in his life. Introducing Atto, the companion device for seniors that keeps them sharp and connected. I think that
he's Charles, and he's about to use AI for the first time in his life.
Look, I know someone's like, "Oh, that's so dystopian and that's so cruel."
Oh.
Some people
Like
don't
that.
have
Some
the
people
luxury
talking
of
about
fun.
poetry.
That's right.
It was crazy,
Some
but he
people
got the hang of it
don't
on the
have
first
the
try.
luxury of many things, and something like that Charles is using is, I think, really cool.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: people that don't like that need to go down to the nursing home,
right,
and volunteer for 10 hours a week.
Right. Yeah, right.
So
this is one of the things, though, I will say.
This is so bizarre to me.
Elon Musk and his 12-year-old mind, I think, has kind of denigrated the idea of AI companion because it made it pornographic like immediately.
Well, it also
is that Annie?
Yeah,
it's Annie.
It also makes me take Elon a lot less seriously.
Well, I
and
mean,
you got to put him in understanding the context of what it is, because to be a guy who's brilliant.
I know
I don't get
it's a little weird. I mean, we know that
it may be that I have daughters and I look at this and I go, what do we do? Like the pigtails, right? The pigtails. What are we trying to do? We're trying to say, who wears pigtails?
This is the big anime thing, though. So a lot of this
maybe that's an anime
Japanese,
problem.
Japanese anime. And trust me, there's a part of all that in it. I think this is cool. This is a guy. I didn't know this. Merv is his virtual AI, which we haven't seen. There he is. There's Merv. There's this little guy that lives with him. And you said that Merv has got
he's got his own merch. Yep.
I don't think this is dystopian, man.
No, this is no different than a cool video game to me.
Yeah, I think that's.
And he's actually having a conversation. He's teaching Merv how to cook things.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then, so then Merv is talking back to him. He's like, "All right, well, why are we salting the eggs now?" He's like, "Oh, we salt eggs to give it more flavor." And he's like, "Well, we don't eat." So it's like,
yeah,
it's interacting.
Oh, by the way, what a great way to make a movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can record your VR thing and it's you and your sidekick.
Yeah.
All right. This is where we get a little creepy. Okay. This gets into the world of
oh boy.
Look at this. This is, This is Melody.
At least she looks like an adult.
A humanoid robot that offers lifelike interact. What do you think they're selling that for?
I don't know, but
Scott?
she's got some man hands like a Seinfeld
She's got some
episode.
serious man hands, but that's also a camera problem too. But yeah, that's
Yeah, we'll go down to the next one because
that will be available at the G Spot in a couple of years. And this is the one that's Westworld right here. This is Westworld. Look at this. Woohoo!
Man. That's crazy.
Whoa, come on, man.
I like that version better.
Ay,
That's
ay.
it's that famous line from Westworld. If you can't tell the difference, does it matter?
Doesn't matter. But so this is the Grok companions. I think it's still free for right now.
All right, I love this one.
Start on this. Let me go back a little bit. This is not an AI companion. This is AI medical breakthroughs and technology breakthroughs here.
So the reason I shared this video with you is start it over from the beginning real quick.
Okay.
When people tell me robots can't do detailed work,
Yeah, nonsense.
and I always just respond with something like, "Oh, not yet." And then I see this video where this robot completely removes the shell.
But is it an autonomous robot or is it someone using?
It doesn't matter to me
Yeah.
at this point, right? Because the autonomy can be solved with software. The question is, can the hardware physically do the work? And this shows that it
Well,
can.
the one thing that I saw was a heart surgeon, this like guy in Japan, and the surgery was like in Ontario.
Exactly.
And he was doing the surgery in Japan and the patient was in Canada.
Yeah.
That is incredible. So yeah, so there's our companion piece. I do think that's really cool. I know there's a lot of people who hate it and they say it's taking away from human. Look, man, some people don't have the luxury of having friends. I hate to say it, or they're incapable of having friends.
Or they just like stuff that other people don't like.
Yeah.
Remember how hard it was when you used to, back in the 80s and 90s, before online communities, if there was something you were really interested in, you didn't really have an outlet for that.
Yeah, that's the thing too. They say, "Oh, internet, it makes it so easy to spread disinformation," but it has also created many, many people who have found communities on and on and on each other with these communities. Again, you thought you were some weirdo that liked, God knows, I'm not gonna
Whatever it
say,
was.
I don't know, feet, whatever. But you'll find a community of people who like weird feet stuff. So, the other thing that's cool we want to talk about is Nano Banana.
Before we get into Nano Banana,
Yeah.
can we jump to Doug's latest comment?
Let's see here. Let's see.
This cracked me up.
Yep.
How to pick up chicks at a Waffle House AI would have to be entertaining.
Wait, so would it be the patrons or the workers?
No, well, here's how I'm reading this. It basically would be your AI dating coach, and you'd be
Ooh.
wearing a headset
AI dating. Oh, it's like
while you're at
it's
Waffle
Cyrano
House.
de Bergerac. It's,
Where they're talking in
yeah.
your ear.
yeah.
Like but specifically, there's a different strategy to picking up a chick at a Waffle House.
Yeah.
And it depends on the time of day.
Oh, so it would react to seeing the surroundings,
Yes.
looking at the person, making assumptions, and then changing the
Knowing
way
what
you
time-
talk.
Well, knowing what time of day it was.
Yeah.
It's your personal companion, so it knows how much you've had to drink. And so it will guide its level of coaching.
Or it can look up that person and look at what their Facebook is,
Oh,
the things
that's
they
where
love.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, you're."
So then it's like
I love puppies too.
there's no more mystical meetings of like,
Yeah,
oh, you love Leo Sayer?
man. Yeah, no, I don't.
But again, that would that's the game though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, but that's like a kind of like microaggression thing.
I don't
though.
really understand that
No,
because I don't have any.
That game thing.
My game has always been I got no
You
game.
should give that to your daughter at a certain age. They read that book. Say men are garbage.
All men are garbage.
Men are manipulating you. Oh my God, men are manipulating.
No, I'm not worried about those girls.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just good. It's just good.
It is good knowledge.
Good knowledge. So we're going into
All right, back to Nano Banana.
Nano Banana, which is a new Google product.
Yeah, it's Google Gemini.
Let me pull up.
And it is one of the coolest pieces of technology.
Okay, so
We see new things all the time.
Nope.
But the way, what Nano Banana is a new photo editing tool, but it's
Here we
more of
go.
an image generator. And I saw somebody, Johnny, this is interesting, that said they think it's actually a video generator,
right.
and it's providing you with a still shot. And that's the only way that it could actually produce the type of responses that it's producing.
Okay, so color sketch. Oh, look at this. color sketches, generate headshots. That's not super crazy yet. Remove images from background. Again, guys, this used to take me hours to do this stuff.
Yeah, and this is you type, remove
type
the
it
person.
in, remove the person to the left over my shoulder.
This is the one that I think is cool.
Combining 3 different. Oh yes, okay, that is very difficult, and he does. It does it in seconds, right?
Yes.
Let's see here. Turning images into ads. That's going to put a lot of production artists out of business right there. Image restoration. That's pretty cool.
That's
Black
cool.
and white to color. Image fusion.
So what you can do with that is you can
Yeah.
take 2 separate people,
Right.
2 separate, like, so if you see in the top, it's kind of small. What they did was they took a separate photo
I
of
see what you're saying.
Sir Isaac
Yeah.
Newton and a
Yeah.
separate photo of DiCaprio.
Gotcha. They're emerging. Oh, look at this, man.
Split the items out.
Split the
individually.
items out and create a composite. Let's see. Oh, that's taking, so it does the opposite. You show it a picture, now it makes things for like an e-commerce store.
Exactly.
Wow.
Changing
the shirts.
I mean, that's pretty
Again,
impressive.
But how great would that be for websites for fashion to say, I want to see this dress in purple. I want to see it in blue. I want to see it in this.
I was thinking about us. We could batch record shows and just put a new shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different day.
I got you. Cartoon that, again,
Those have been
a lot of
around,
these
but-
things sit in other apps, but they're putting it all in one. It's also going to be a lot cheaper because it's Google.
So I want to see if we've got one. Oh yeah, this is cool. Show me what the red arrow looks like.
Yeah. Man, we're going to run out of time here, Scott.
All right, well, we can keep moving on. There's plenty to talk about with Nano Banana in the future.
I mean, but that is really cool, man. Nano Banana. We'll bring in some more real examples, and maybe do something on when we're doing this show. Okay. It's the weekend. What are you watching this weekend? Is there anything you're watching? Anything you want to share?
I started watching, and I have not finished it yet, but I started watching the Spike Lee documentary, Katrina Come Hell and High Water.
Oh, that's too much realism for me.
It's 3 parts.
Yeah.
The first 2 parts I thought were pretty good. The third part, we're just getting into
conspiracies.
Not even
They
that.
blew up. White people blew up the thing.
Well,
They
it's
got
less
into that
than that. They didn't do it on purpose. They just
Okay.
neglected them
Well,
in general.
but historically, it did happen, like
Sure.
in the 30s or something like that.
I mean, look, we've talked about that.
King of the Hill did an episode of that back in the day.
But here was my big takeaway from it. It only took 12 hours without society for people
to break down.
into survival mode.
Yeah.
And when you rewatch those videos of people looting,
Yes.
yes, there were people that took a TV or wherever out of stores, but the great majority of people that were looting were getting perishable items
Sure.
and paper goods and whatever they could to survive. And to be honest, who cares? The insurance company's got to write all that off. Blood lots anyway.
I get what you're saying. I get
No,
what
I'm
you're
saying if it's a humanitarian item, I'm not saying go and steal a bunch of Rolexes.
Yeah. It's almost be easier if like the stores knew it and just put it outside, just put it out there. You know?
But the problem with that storm was they didn't, right?
Yeah,
Everything was fine
nobody
until
did.
the levee broke.
Well, a friend of mine told me this story, and I'll do it real quick. He was downtown and parked in a parking garage. So, and he had a Land Rover, Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser. So it was actually kind of an off-road. So it was an off-rider. He could go. So it had already started to, water was already in the streets in Midtown, lower downtown. He could get to his vehicle and they waited too late. But he could go, but he was one of the last cars there. Well, everyone that lived there waited for him to come down the thing and leave. And they tried to take his car, like try to carjack him, but he was armed to the teeth and he goes, it was, imagine Mad Max. It was Mad Max with me having to shoot out of the windows up in the air to get them away from me.
Yeah.
So again, and he goes, it went so quickly to no, it wasn't they weren't bothering, but once he got in that car, that was their way out.
Sure.
And it was take it, and he had to.
Well, the point is, if you
So
don't think
he
people
said it
are
was
gonna,
very
if you
scary.
don't think people are going to try and take your stuff so that they can survive, you're just kidding yourself.
Yeah.
So put up Ben's comment real quick.
Yeah.
Ben says
Slippery slope, dude.
No, I agree
Yeah,
completely.
it is a slippery slope. It is.
There's no perfect answer. And I guess, my point there is I don't blame people for doing what they need to survive.
I got you.
And that to me is defined differently than just taking what you want because you want.
But big screen TV, not the same.
Yeah, not it.
I'd even say beer and stuff, but whatever. Look, again, we live in a tough world, and I did not live through that chaos. I was not there in that chaos. So, what I'm watching is I tried to say last week, but I couldn't show it. So anybody close to my age, I am well into my 50s. This was Night Flight, and it was before MTV. It was a fantastic, it says the single greatest rock omnibus program ever aired by VH1 said that. But it's a app. You can get it. It's like $50 a year. It's fantastic. My favorites is the Night Flight as aired episodes with the commercials.
Right.
This is like the 80s. So it's like 5 hours, and the commercials are just as fun as the programming.
Yeah.
So it's a great app. They have Netflix has where like this is like on demand stuff, but they also have this really cool thing, which is Night Flight TV, which is programmed. So and that's the thing that young people would never understand. Why in the world would you let someone make you watch what they programmed? I like the idea of it because it's what's next.
Right.
Where they're going, why in the world would I want to see? I don't want to. There is a part of me that loved the idea on MTV was what's the next video?
Right.
What's the next so and so? There's a part of me that's what I loved about terrestrial radio.
Well, people used to love like MTV's countdowns when they would sit around and wait to find out what the new video was.
Right.
And
so
the top of the list.
And I like that's kind of why I watch the news when I don't know what to watch on TV, because it sounds like it's in the moment at least, and not something I've watched for the millionth time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but look, hey,
how about that?
But Night Flight Plus is what it's called. Nightflightplus.com. It's a fantastic music network, and it's very fun. And I watch it at least on Friday or Saturday night. And then if I watch enough of it and stay up too late, that's when I start making those phone calls to people, drunken phone calls. I shouldn't.
Well, our audience is now on notice.
Becky Lockwood, watch Casey Kasem hosting the America's Top 10, baby.
There you go.
Ben Griffiths, he said the vintage commercial thing is pretty big. And the other thing is I wrote a feedback thing to Night Flight and said, with AI, could you load in your your library, and then take vintage commercials and start creating new
episodes,
fake as aired shows?
Yeah.
And they've kind of done it. Like
Good.
It's called Night Flight 2.0.
Interesting.
So, well, folks,
it's been fun.
It's been fun. We have to get off the air so I can replay this. I'm going to replay this tonight at 11 p.m.
All right.
So if you got nothing else to do and you want to watch a rerun of our show, God bless you. We will run it again at 11 p.m. or 11 p.m. tonight. So a little late night TV. Everybody, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, it's fun as always. And see you next week.
And you'll catch me at the Costco hot dog stand at 7:00 tonight if you need to. And everybody, them's the lunch break.